Hey there, it's Summer, and today I want to talk to you about these new Rubbermaid FreshWorks containers. Now, I actually bought these on a whim just to see if they really do keep my produce fresher longer, and I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised. I really did not think that they would work as well as they did. So, if you've been thinking about buying these containers, or if you just are looking for a solution to keep your produce fresher longer, then keep on watching because I'm going to show you how these containers work and how they really worked for me whenever I use them. So keep on watching. So these are the new Rubbermaid FreshWorks containers, and I bought these at the suggestion of a friend. She had mentioned that they work wonders at keeping her produce fresher longer, and since Josh and I consume a lot of produce and sometimes we have a really hard time eating it all before it goes bad, I thought I would give them a try just to see if they did help our produce stay fresher longer. That way we wouldn't have to throw out a bunch at the end of the week if we couldn't get around to eating it all. So I bought these on a whim just to see, just to give them a test or a chance, and I was actually very pleasantly surprised. I think I'm sold on them. So let me tell you a little bit about how they work. So right out of the gate, here on the lid, we've got a vent, and this just lets air flow into the container and around your produce. So apparently that's good for keeping your produce fresher longer rather than leaving your produce sealed up in a container without any airflow. So that's what the vent does, and it does have a little filter in there, but you don't ever have to worry about changing out that filter. It's a permanent filter. And then inside here we've got the crisp tray, and it just reminds me of like a grate or a flat colander with little feet on it. And this thing's really neat because it helps keep your produce dry. It also allows airflow to get around your produce, but it keeps your produce dry, especially if you have drippier produce like berries. If they start to leak and get a little drippy, the juices will seep to the bottom and your berries are still elevated out of that juice. That way you don't have to worry about your berries sitting in a pile of juice and kind of going bad on you. So that's how they work, and all of these parts are dishwasher safe. So they're really easy to clean. Even if you didn't want to use your dishwasher, if you just wanted to wash them by hand, which is what I do, they take me, I don't know, 30 seconds to clean, so it's not like you have a bajillion parts you have to clean. So very easy to use and very easy to clean. So I actually bought a multi-pack of these. You can buy them individually, but it was a better deal for me to just buy a multi-pack and save a little bit of money there. In my pack, I got this small square, and it is the perfect size for like a pint of berries. It came with 2 of these medium boxes, and they're great for like grapes, or if you buy produce in bulk like I do sometimes. It's nice just to have that extra space. And then the biggest container is this large rectangle, and it's great for greens. So let me show you these containers in action. Let's start with this medium one. So I filled this up. I put blueberries in here a week and 3 days ago. Yeah. So I'm actually really surprised. These berries look as fresh today as the day I brought them home. So I'm very impressed with that, because at this point, quite honestly, if I had left these in their original container, they would be mushy, they would be drippy, and they would be molded. So I'm pretty sold on these containers if they can keep my berries this fresh for this long. I'm very, very happy with them. So that's that container. And then in this big one, I put spinach in this one. And if you look, I mean, my spinach still looks really good. I mean, there might be a couple of slimy pieces in here, but again, if I had left this bag of spinach in its original plastic bag that it came in, probably most of these pieces would be slimy and completely useless, and I would have to throw them out at this point. So I'm very happy that I can dump my greens into this container and it will keep them fresh all week long. Now, I did want to point out one thing. You see the condensation in here? When I first saw that, I thought, oh my goodness, is that supposed to be like that? But turns out, yep, that's to be expected, and that just means that your boxes are working the way they should. So if you see condensation in there, that's a good sign. So that's how they work. That's my boxes in action, and I have to say, I really do like these. Not only do they work really well, but they also look really pretty in my refrigerator. So they give my refrigerator a nice organized look. They stack well. And honestly, oh, look, I've got blueberries on me. Quite honestly, I plan on buying another multi-pack of these probably fairly soon. That way I can store some more produce. And actually, I convinced my mom to get a pack too, and I think she loves them just as much as I do. So I highly, highly, highly recommend these Rubbermaid FreshWorks containers. If you can, grab yourself a set of them. I think you will be very, very happy with them. And yeah, I mean, I just really can't stress enough how surprised I was by how well these work. So grab yourself a set if you can, and I will talk to you later.